You brought up your mom.
Yes.
I didn't know the relationship was as volatile as it sounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
You're open about. You still speak with her?
I mean, it's part of the life story in a way. You know, my dad passed away. My mom became a raging alcoholic, abusive to me and my 3 other siblings. That's why, you know, I do so much to help them. You know, like I just moved my brother into his first apartment. He's a Marine, so they don't pay him. And, you know, like he only gets paid $200 every 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he's in the reserves. You know, he's got a girlfriend. He's got bills to pay because my mom kicked him out. And he's 21. And so me and my girlfriend Culver are thankful and blessed enough to be in this position where we got him an apartment. I gave him $10,000, a car, and filled that apartment for him. And then my sister, she couldn't afford to go to college. She had to move out. My mom kicked her out, and my uncle took her away at 17 to San Francisco. And she couldn't afford college, so I gave her money for college. And then my older sister, who's fortunate to get out of that situation before it really even happened, she's living life. She's just recently got engaged, actually. Me and Culver took her out to a dinner.
Congrats to her.
So, no, I mean, the whole story is, you know, I was 17, just turned 18. I was filming with all these boys, and I got kicked out of my house. I was the first one.
For what?
She didn't like what I was doing. I decided to get homeschooled and pursue YouTube.
And she didn't like that?
No. So one day she just kicked me out. She said, you have to go. It was like 1 a.m. So I sat on my driveway with just a camera and a computer. That was it. That's all I wanted to do. No car, no nothing. I was a senior in high school, and I just made phone calls. I called him, not Michael. I called Calvin, called Patty, called everyone in my contacts that like I was filming with, and I said, hey, I'm in this position. Can you help me? And they did. I'd sleep in their cars. I'd sleep at their houses. I'd film my videos with everyone. And so like I'd sleep over at Calvin's house. I'd film my videos with Calvin. And then the next day I'd sleep over at Patty's house and I'd film my videos with Patty. And then we all hung out during the day. And so I just filmed those videos like every single day and then just upload 3 times a week. And it ended up working.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Oh, me and Cole were doing that together. So we were like sleeping in people's cars together.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah. She moved out to Hawaii.
You have such a fascinating story.
She moved out from Hawaii. I told her I had someone in place. I got kicked out, and then she was like, "Let's do this."
This is touching, Alex. So one day I'm going to make a documentary on your life.
Oh, that'd be cool.
What were you going to say, George?
Have you ever, when you were going through this experience, there's a lot of emotions that probably go through you. Were you ever angry? Like, did you ever get mad at a stranger or do anything that's like you're like, oh, I let my anger take over?
I've occasionally, like, you know, Calvin's no, I don't get angry, like rarely ever. Like,
do you shut down? Are you instead of getting angry, do you shut down?
I deal with my demons by myself. I trust me, I know it's unhealthy.
That's so
I'm
unhealthy.
very forgiving, and that is used against me. So like, you know, like.
No, that's that.
Someone could fuck up and I'm like, it's okay. You said it, and they apologize. I'm like, it's okay. It's way more work to fucking be negative and to hold grudges than it is to just say
it's hard.
Okay.
It's hard. It is hard.
It's not for me anymore.
Damn, you're wise for your age, bro. You're very, very
I tell him
wise.
this all the time.
You're very wise for your age.
But that's why he's in the situation he's in too. You know, because you realize that harboring grudges and being angry at people is counterproductive.
Right.
It's counterproductive. And you're too busy building your own life.
And our job too, it makes you fucking grow up quick. I mean, unfortunately, my situation, this was 2 or 3 years ago. I had to learn what bills were. I had to learn what a credit score was, how to get a credit score by myself. I had to learn how to edit. I had to learn how to post video. And I had to learn about algorithms and how everything works and how everything is supposed to work. And it's like, it's not self-explanatory. They don't teach you this in high school. Had to leave high school because I couldn't make it. I didn't have a car because I was kicked out. So like, you know, I just pursued my passion and career and I gave it literally everything I had. Every dollar in my pocket I spent on my vlogs. I didn't have enough money for food, so Calvin would cover me. I didn't have enough money for a guest house, so Calvin covered me.
What were you boys eating? I gotta know.
In-N-Out.
Yeah. Any ramen?
Gross.
Any
That's the only thing we could afford.
peanut butter?
No,
jelly
I'm not
sandwiches?
saying at that. I would just say, what about Shake Shack? You know?
What about Five Guys?
It's Carlsbad, California. They don't have Shake Shack.
Oh.
Five Guys is too expensive. It's $20 for a burger and fries.
That's right. And that's the chief complaint against Five Guys and Shake Shack.
Right. And so it's, you know, I got an apartment, and it's a continuous story after I got an apartment and moved everyone who helped me into that house. Then I met Thomas coming down from San Diego because his girlfriend lived there, and we just started filming, and he says, let's start something. I came up with the name Hype House. We moved into the house. And
you're responsible for the name?
Yeah.
Shake my hand, brother, because that house is indeed hype. Phenomenal. And then the magic happened. I want to put a pin in this.
Yes.
Because this is sort of similar to the conversation that I was having with
Sorry,
my dad last
I have
night.
really bad ADHD. So like when someone
welcome.
Read the sign?
Welcome, man. Welcome to the Impaulsive.
Do you know what this word means? It's not an accident.
No, I notice.
Yeah. That's what the show is.
This
Impulsive.
has a lot going on that I'm kind of getting distracted. Continue, please.
Yeah, there's a lot up there.
There's a lot going on.
The conversation I was having with my dad last night, I was heated.
Yeah.
Because my whole life, he's told me, and he's been right. I have the life experience, Logan. I know what I'm doing. I'm the adult. I have the wisdom, which I will grant to you should I decide. And he hit me with it last night, and we were already in a bit of a heated debate. And I just told him, I'm like, Dad, that doesn't hold true anymore. I'm 25 years old. I've been in this whirlwind of life for the past 6 years. I've done so much. I feel like I've lived 3 lifetimes. And so I said, you saying that to validate the thing we were talking about is inappropriate because it just doesn't hold true anymore. And I've been able to have these candid conversations with my father. So now as you go into your adulthood, you're 20 years old, have you called your mom and had a candid conversation about how she raised you or your relationship with her? Because I don't like hearing this, obviously, and I hope you guys reach a place where you can make amends.
Not really. No, actually. I'm the only sibling who still talks to her. So I'm there for her at all the times, but it's very, very hard to find her where she's not drinking or drunk already. And lately I've been kind of keeping my distance. She sent me and all my siblings emails about her taking her life, and we called someone and put her in one of those, what is it?
5150.
Yeah. And so it's I try and let her know like I'm there for her and stuff, but it's so hard to deal with that. It's I go down there occasionally every week to Carlsbad. I check on her. I take the trash out. I bring it out to the street. But it's like it's hard for me to get put in that position where I'm. She's asking me for money. She's asking me for all this stuff, and it's like I don't know what to do. So that's a little like out there for
Have you ever tried going to an Al-Anon meeting?
I don't know what that is.
It's a group for people who have alcoholics and drug addicts in their family. It's a support group for people that gives you probably won't have the time to do it, but maybe your brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I got to figure something out. Sorry, this is really depressing.
Well, listen, it's you're talking about a very complex issue. This is not a simple issue.
Also, bro, you know how many people you're inspiring right now to get out of their hole? You have any idea how many people are listening thinking there's no way out of this life? And you just showed them there is a way out of this life by being a great human being and working hard.